Ka-cha! How we doing, man? Previously on Kimba TV. And if you haven't really figured it out yet, watch. There's gonna be TV, TVA, and T value area low, right? Just like this. And there's really only like a couple of scenarios. There's the scenario where it's outside, right? So it's outside like that. There's the scenario where it's inside, but it's close to it. And then there's the scenario where it's like, you know, just kind of in the middle, right? And each one, depending on if the VWAP is above or below, has a bearish retest or a bullish retest scenario. You feel me? Shout outs to everybody that's caught up on the highlights. Shout outs to everybody that's caught up on the plan. It's easy money, Bugatti money, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
I'm juicing.
It's too easy. If you know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, preparation, meeting, opportunity, that's how you juice. How we doing, y'all? Happy Friday! Hey, are you ready? Here we go, y'all. 3 minutes. Bugatti money. Bugatti money. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Any questions? Siege Stream says, is it Wong to be in a Wong? If you took the long from down here, I think you're okay. We talked about structure change, and so if you remember this conversation, dink, 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 dink. If you remember this, you got it right here, right? Dink, 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 dink. So if you're in a long from down here from last night, you're okay. But we talked about cleaning this and doing a swing fail. Yeah, so as long as you shaved a little bit, I mean, I don't really buy stuff like this. I'm more of like a, bullish retest kind of guy. So yeah, on a Friday, kind of hard to, yeah, so if it really is bullish, it probably will hold value and point of control, stuff like that. So this is really just, this is a continuation off of last night, if you guys remember. So we said those are bad highs. It should all get cleaned. We talked about that. So what I would say, for example, is like if you're bullish and you're in a long, you want to try to stay above point of control. You don't want to like fail auction off of it and then rotate back, because then a lot of your value is down here. So if you're bullish, you should be able to hold these point of controls. You've got single prints. If you're bullish, you wouldn't want to grab all of them. So leaving some behind would be ideal. And you've got your VWAP untapped up there. So that's kind of like the level that you want to really, really get above if you're bullish. But S&P looks good. I've been bullish on S&P since yesterday, so
One thing my trainer, he told me.
We'll keep an eye on it, chat.
What did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
Sounds good. Any other questions? Pretty straightforward stuff. If you're not burping, you're not juicing. I do believe this also might be like golden pocket of the range too. Kind of looks, I think when we pulled this fib last night, yeah. The golden pocket was always a little bit lower than the value, so. All right, but a couple of things like shorter time frame, you got, dip the tip and go. So obviously this is a bullish gap, right? So that is where you opened right there. So you're going to have your first 30-minute candle close in 22 minutes. So right off the rip, like you're going to know in 22 minutes if you want to take this long or not. All right. So yeah, I mean, everything we've already talked about all this stuff. So now it's just a matter of, did you identify the level? Like, you know, we've been eyeing that for quite some time. We pulled the fibs and stuff yesterday. These were bad highs, and so, you know, we talked about that getting cleaned. I believe the last thing that I said when I left last night, even when the price was like down here, I said watch for this and watch for this, right? Those are the two easiest. So yeah, I mean, nothing, no real surprises. Yeah, pretty straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. So just where we left off last night, basically. Sounds good. Something with Trading says, what about a long on the settlement? So Something with Trading, I say this every day. I don't know why, but every single time somebody asks me, hey, what about a long here? Or hey, what about a short here? I always have the same answer. I don't long or short levels. I long or short data. So if there's a reason to long, if there's a bullish edge something with trading, then I will take it. Right? But if you think that I'm going to long or a short a level, you're going to end up like Mario. I thought you said you were going to short here. I thought you said you were going to long here. But if there's no data that says we should short or long, I would never do it. So sounds good. But for example, if we go down there and we make a hidden bull div, I will probably take it. Here's what we talked about yesterday, if you remember. Do we want a high or a low to be made on a Friday? I don't. So for it to kind of range and bing bong ding dong and retail arena, which is basically kind of, I mean, it depends on what you would consider retail arena. This is retail arena, right? So any deviations are the easy plays, but anything inside is retail arena. We're smack dab in the middle. And then if you want to kind of zoom in and even consider this kind of cluster retail arena, it's kind of hard. All right, so it's just value. It's just value. It's bing bong ding dong, bing bong ding dong, bing bong ding dong, bing bong ding dong. Data Flow YouTube says, where do we go? Okay. This is what I'm going to say, brother. I'm never going to be able to convince your subconscious, okay? This is all math, all right? I want you to go take a look at the last hour of last night's stream. Okay, why did I say that the two easiest trades that you can take is cleaning the bad high and the bad low and the deviation of the range? This is value. You can see it, right? When it goes outside, you want to short. When it goes outside on the bottom side, you want to go long. Until the structure breaks and you get continuation of the breakage. Okay? I don't know if you've been listening to me or not, brother, but I'm waiting for 94. If I said, hey man, like if this is like this, some people might have market smashed there. Some people may have market smashed here. I just said how if you lose that point of control, you're going to rotate to the other side of value. So I don't want you to rely on me to tell you these things. I want you to pay attention to what the fuck is happening, because the reason why I'm able to answer it like that is because I'm telling y'all what we've seen many, many times together. So instead of relying on me to tell you where we're going or what's going to happen, just pay attention. All I'm doing is reminding you guys what we've seen happen over and over and over again. Okay? So last night, we talked about, hey man, something like this is a nice easy short. Something like this is a nice easy long. Now that we have cleaned this, the probability of going to 94 is even higher. Like, I think it's like something like this, man. Like that. 94. But that's the easy part. Is it gonna go like this right now? No, it might do something like this. If your dumb ass missed the short and you get into a short right here, we're probably gonna stop you out first before we dump. Wait, why? What do you mean? Yeah, anybody that missed a short, you better not fuck my shit up and start shorting. Please, if you missed a short, please don't short. You're gonna fuck me up. I would say there's gonna be volatility if we close below settlement. If we're above settlement, it's gonna crab. Satoshi is asking 96890 has to hold, right? For what? For what? What do you mean? You guys can be as explicit as you want. You can say, hey, bro, I have a long from here. What would be the invalidation for the long? Or like, because I think half of you guys are in longs and half of you guys are in shorts, and that's okay. You know, but I don't know which one you are. Some of you guys have fucking both. There's like 80 or so of you guys just on MEXC on fucking hedge long and hedge shorts. Pixel perfect bottom, pixel perfect top. I love it. Satoshi says, I'm short 999. Okay, so first things first, put your stop loss in profit. Put your stop loss in profit. You can't lose. Okay? You better not. I don't want you to be the one to, you know, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys remember the first time, like, y'all started dating or had a girlfriend and you thought you were in love and that you guys were gonna get married, maybe like a middle school or high school sweetheart, maybe a college sweetheart. I don't want you to think that, like, you're gonna hit your TP. Thinking that you're gonna hit a TP, full TP, okay, is like thinking that you're gonna get married every time you start dating somebody. Okay? 90% of the time, you're gonna get round tripped. You understand? So put your stop loss at break even. You cannot lose. 90%, if not higher, of the positions that you take. It's probably even higher on a Friday scalp, to be honest with you. Okay? You're gonna get round tripped. Your objective is to be, the only thing you need to worry about is you don't lose money, motherfucker. You understand? You cannot lose today. You cannot, I don't give a shit if you're longing or shorting. Do not lose money today. That's your goal. Okay? And even if you get papinked and left at the train station, no one cares. It's Friday, brother. I promise you the really juicy trade is Monday and Tuesday RTH gap play. You understand? If you've been in the game long enough, Wednesday is CPI. Monday and Tuesday RTH gap play is going to be the juicy two trades that you want to get right. Okay? Not the Friday scalp, my boy. Okay? You're going to get round tripped. Just accept it. You're going to get round tripped. Brother, you're going to get round. Put your stop loss break even. You cannot lose. Okay? So that's the first thing. Now, if you want to talk about what you cannot have happen or lost, there is no such thing. Okay? What you can do is, are bulls winning or are bears winning? Okay? So just from a mathematical, okay, doing this will reset all of the bearish edge. But it's not bearish, it's not bullish. What becomes bullish is this getting turned into support. Okay? However way it does it, whether it goes to the 7.5, it goes to the 0.5, and then it comes back and it turns it into support. Whether it smacks straight through 8A6 and then it does a bullish retest like that. Okay? It's going to depend a lot on this. Okay? But however way it does it, if you turn this into support, it's not bullish, but it means that you have a chance to make a higher high. It's a structure change. Okay, so if this starts to turn into support, then it's gonna make a higher high. So you gotta work with stuff like that. It can do this though. And then you have this in play. Which would basically be a fancy bigger. And then that would even increase more the probability, because at this point, you're saying that this is the value range now. Okay, so this is the deviation off of range, which means that you're gonna look for something like that. So the further it bounces away, the further it'll bounce away, and like it's gonna try to find equilibrium wherever the fair price is. All right? So you never know. I mean, what you could do if you have no fucking idea on a day like today is you could short that, you could long that, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss on the long, stop loss on the short, and see whichever one wins. You could just do that. You could say, fuck it. And that's what identifying levels allows you to do. Regardless of what happens today, just understand that we've had these levels for weeks. You understand that I've had these levels for weeks? And do you think that me having I organically put these levels in myself, right? But two, do you think that me being able to know what these levels mean and having them for weeks gives me a pretty big advantage over somebody that did not have these themselves or did not have these things for weeks? Like, this is a map that I drew for myself, and I'm seeing the path follow my own map. I can't tell which path I'm supposed to take, but it's on my map though. So it's really easy for me to really just immediately from 30-minute candle closes be able to say, oh, this is bearish, or oh, this is bullish. You know what I mean? So it all starts with levels. I hope it's making sense, man. All right. Azaz says, here is the clip. Let's see what we talked about. Let's see what I said. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right here. Yeah. So it's just identifying levels and, not getting got, basically. You know what I mean? So, you ready for the math? Easy money, Bugatti money, ladies and gentlemen. If I may say so myself, 34 minutes on the hourly and U.S. market close, and then I got to get out of here. Gonna be doing a little bit of traveling over the weekend. I got the Super Bowl this weekend, and then I got Valentine's Day next weekend. So a lot more traveling, but it was great hanging out with you guys all week. It was great hanging out with you guys today. The math is the math, and the juice is the juice. That being said, I'm not leaving quite yet, so would like to see what it do on the naked point of control, right? RTH, all that stuff, but regardless of if it actually goes to 94 right now or not, like I hope all of this is kind of solidifying what we're expecting to see on Monday, right? So lots of amazing stuff, I feel like. What do you guys think? RTH gap could be confluencing, and it really just depends on the levels and the data, right? But I'm excited as fuck. And then we got Wednesday CPI. So if Monday, Tuesday, we can get lucky, not get stopped out. Could be Mega Juice, Megatron, Megalopolis. All right, y'all. RTH is done, ladies and gentlemen. So it closed, it pixeled right above Golden Pocket and above RTH. Yeah. So that gap is going to get filled sometime next week. The probability is high. So we'll see what the ETH close brings us. So RTH is going to close like that. ETH has one more hour. So let's kick it for one more hour, see how this closes. All right. And then I can't wait to regroup with you guys Monday morning. Let's go. I might still be in New Orleans on Monday morning. So there's a good chance that it's going to be a short, quick stream before I jump on my flight back home. And, but it might be a laptop stream on Monday. All right. But I'll be on early pre-market. We'll go over all of the anticipatory stuff. All right. Bladar says, Kimba, are you juicing? You look so nervous. I look nervous? Chat, do I look nervous? I don't know. Are you actually paying attention to what we talked about? Everything is pixel perfect? This is yesterday, 18 hours ago. I'm not in a bad long like you. $18 hours ago. So it cleaned that, right? That got clean too. So this pixel perfect, exactly what we talked about. Yes, yes, exclamation giveaway. A little bit. I mean, look, I don't know if you remember, but I had a really nice short that I kind of got fucked on. And so I'm only in for maybe like 100 Bitcoin. I only have 33.5. It's the same entry that I had before. But in total, instead of, 400 Bitcoin short, I have like 110. Yeah. So, if I'm not as excited, it could be because, it's kind of small. I should be up like 4 million. I'm barely up a mil right now. It's got to be testnet. I'm just making sure that I don't get stopped out type of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's baby juice. I should be doing a lot better than 305,000, Like I said, I should be up like 2.8 mil. But that being said, look at how many Kimba Gang Lions are in the top 10. Look, shout out Bebe, shout out Core, shout out Lavin, you heard? He's up 500,000. I'm up under, gotta be testnet. I'm up 250,000 on Blowfin, like 395,000 on fucking Kraken. Yeah, so these are baby positions. I'm not as excited as I normally would be, but yeah, I mean, it's just we're just pixel fucking, man. Every single day we do the thang, everything planned out. Studio says, why use so many exchanges? We talk about this every single week, but what I've been doing is I have one exchange where I close everything behind 382. Right, chat? I have one where I close everything behind the .5. I have one like, tap bit or MEXC, especially if it's a short. I let all the way until golden pocket. Like you see like what happened on today, for example, we went pixel perfect golden pocket, right? Like I'm not going to get stopped out on shit like that. That's all I need to make sure, right? We all saw that. So yeah, just making sure that I do the right thing, man, and the money will take care of itself type of shit. So yeah, make sure you get caught up, man. All right, but yeah, no, if I don't feel like as excited, it's because I should be up like 4 mil and I'm only up like a mil. So I'm gonna give away most of this stuff anyways, right? Exclamation giveaway. But yeah, are you caught up on everything? You caught up on everything? I mean, in my opinion, it's pixel perfect. We were waiting for those bad highs to get cleaned yesterday, right? I said that that's unfinished, so it's right there right now. Yeah. And you know, like we're not dumb. We're not gonna be like, oh, it's gonna go to 77 right now. You know, just like we're not gonna be like, oh, all-time high. Like we're not gonna get got. That's the whole point. I was up like 1.2 mil a couple days ago on Kraken, on the Kraken account, and then I'm at like 885 right now. So could have had like 400K more. You know, but ups and downs, you know what it is. You guys can watch the Blowfin and the MEXC and the tap bit ones. So you guys can always, if you really wanted a pocket watch, you always could. Yeah, but you're going to notice that everything is planned out, man, you know. And I'm not really doing anything that extraordinary. Like I said in the highlights from last night, man, all I did was spot out bad highs up there, the bad lows down there, bing bong ding dong. Ding dong, man. I was going to leave at market close, but what did I say? I want to see the CME RTH, which we just did, and the ETH close. Yeah. But let me know, man. Let me know. I'm always here to show, talk about, and prepare. All right? You just came? All right, I got you. It's okay, big dog. It's okay, big dog. All right? Just, you know, I want to make sure that you're juicing. That's all that matters to me, Bladar. All right. So as long as you didn't get got, you know, I'm never going to care if you are in a long or a short. I think the biggest question that you're going to notice when you rewind is going to come down to, and we've had like 10 people ask this all fucking day. If 94 presents itself, am I going to take the long over the weekend? My answer is yes, but I'm going to maximize profits because if the CME is paused, it did not do a CME liquidity grab, so it's completely useless. I would actually lean towards it being more bearish. I would think maybe with RTH, you're going to have like a bearish retest opportunity on Monday, you know? Obviously, if it's a good low or a bad low, that will change my perspective on what I think is, you know, possible to get grabbed or not. Considering that the bad highs already got cleaned, I think it's you're shorting until that gets tapped, you know? So like even if it does this over the weekend with CME paused, I would take that long, but I'm going to be focused on maximizing profits. Okay? Bladar says, I am juicing like a motherfucker thanks to you. Awesome. Let's get it. And the last thing that I would just remind you, brother, is next Wednesday is what, Bladar? Hey, CPI, motherfucker. Yes, sir. All right. And remember, in February, we don't have FOMC. Okay. So CPI is going to be pretty big daddy, boy. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, S&P confluence like a motherfucker. You heard me? Right? You know, this isn't your first CPI with me, right? What's my number one confluence for a week like next week? At least for me anyways. It doesn't have to be your guys's, but you know I'm going to be paying attention to Bugammas. All right? So I'm super excited, man. Wednesday is the big show. Monday and Tuesday is basically dress rehearsal. I think throughout the whole week, man, I think we've been doing a really damn good job of having levels, being patient. You know, lots of bing bong ding dong opportunities. Alrighty. Yeah, but hopefully no one should really ever be nervous about anything. You know, the math is the math and the juice is the juice. All right. Have you ever played earnings on the company you work at, or is that just straight up insider trading? Yeah, yeah, I don't do that on my own books. And you're already kind of in a position anyways because you have you know where your options start from. Does that make sense, Nick? you're already getting equity compensation through your bonus in a way anyways, so you can almost like symbolically you're already in a long, if that makes sense. So you're just kind of being a little bit greedy trying to trade with your own money at that point. But yeah, it would be against conduct policy. Some people, like especially people that are on like one board, but they're on like multiple others, like they're on the Nike board, they're on the Apple board, they're on the Disney board, shit like that. They have like special rules and stuff, and obviously they don't trade through their own name. It's through like a family office at that point, right? And then they have their own set of regulatory compliance stuff. So yeah, if you really, really, really wanted to do it, you can, but you know, it's more than like me longing it on E-Trade or Robinhood. But that's the rough schedule. We got tutorial videos coming. We got breakdowns. We got crazy ass giveaways, chat. Crazy ass giveaways. We got new merch coming. Crazy new merch giveaway as well. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, you guys. All right, any questions? I'm gonna be starting the outro music here in a little bit. We got 6 minutes and change. Our RTH is already done. ETH here in a second here. So, yeah, now that RTH and ETH both closed outside of RTH gap, I'm feeling a little bit better about longing that RTH gap. So we'll have to see how the weekend price action looks like and where Sunday ETH resumption is. But if the Sunday ETH resumption is still above RTH gap, then I'm going to be really looking forward to a dip and getting out on Monday. So maybe we get a nice long on Monday or Tuesday. But that's assuming that if the CME resumption on ETH Sunday opens above RTH gap, the first one. Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing.
It's over.
I love you guys. Stay safe now.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
All right, longers, shorters, bulls, bears, we're all lions. All right? Proud of each and every one of you guys, man. Proud of us. Proud of us. What a week. Let's get after it next week. CPI week. Hey, we're not going to get got. Sato, what happens if they don't use stop loss, Sato?